This poker player got caught cheating live, and the reaction from the other players was everything you'd expect it to be. The fans and the poker players went crazy, and the fact that it happened multiple times, even on $250,000 buy-in tournaments, makes it even worse. Martin Cabral is one of the most famous poker stars, but for all the wrong reasons. Although the allegations of him cheating throughout his poker career have been following him for, well, quite some time, the culmination happened this year during the World Series of Poker event, one that forced the entrants to pay $250,000 buy-in. Cabral is not a stranger to the tactic known as marking cards, and while it's an old technique, and it is quite studied by the poker experts, it has been implemented yet again in June this year, the month in which Cabral was able to enrich his bank account for an additional $2.3 million after finishing third in one of the most anticipated poker events in history. But what is this marking technique that everybody talks about? In this insert, you can clearly see how he is dealing with the cards in a very weird manner, which means that he knows which card is going where thanks to the mark he's leaving on it, hence the name of the technique. However, it's one thing to use it in an amateur tournament, but a whole other thing to win third place from 69 contestants in the Super High Roller No Limit Hold'em event, dubbed the biggest buy-in of the summer. One of the first players to call out Cabral for his dirty tactics was Dan Smith, who, although he got eliminated from the tournament on June 18th after finishing 6th, didn't mince words when it came to wishing Martin nothing but the best, as Smith went on to say, "Your antics are the worst of anyone I've ever played with. Good luck, most of you. I hope you get banned." With the last words being forwarded towards Cabral, Dan is definitely not the only one who noticed the change of attitude from Martin, and Haley Hanna couldn't have held her anger as well, as she went on to say, "Dan is 100% right. Martin should be banned. He has a history of repeatedly marking cards to try to cheat, and everyone in the high roller community knows it. Not only that, but Martin makes the experience unpleasant by being rude, yelling in people's ears nonstop, taking full time when he knows he's folding, standing over people to see their stack when he's clearly trying to angle. Altering the cards by marking them was definitely not what the poker players were expecting to witness during this event, but that is exactly what happened, and Martin got caught red-handed. Andrew Roble, a professional poker player out of Michigan, has also called out Cabral, saying that this is definitely not the first time that he's seen him cheat his way through a game and mark the cards, as he tweeted, "He makes any tournament no fun for anyone, and on top of it, I've seen him mark cards in every tournament I've ever played with him." Now it is obvious that Cabral uses his dirty tactic more often than not, and with many poker players standing against it, the question is plain and simple. What is going to happen in the foreseeable future? As of now, it's obvious that not enough is happening on this front, and Cabral taking home the third place award just goes to show that the World Series of Poker is not taking this entire thing into proper proportion. In an official statement, the WSOP wrote, "While we do not discuss specific security protocols used to monitor players and gaming equipment, the integrity of the game remains paramount, and we can assure fellow patrons that we are taking these allegations very seriously. As this is an ongoing investigation, there is no further comment on the matter at this time." What does Cabral have to say about this? As you would have expected, he feels like he is innocent, but there's little to no chance that he'll exit this entire aftermath unharmed. But you know what they say, offense is the best defense. And not only did Cabral say that he does not feel any guilt because he is obviously innocent, but he has also announced that he is taking legal action against Smith and Coble, among other players who allege he cheated his way to third place in the WSOP tournament. In an official tweet, the 40-year-old wrote, "On behalf of yesterday's situation, I feel necessary to speak up." At Andrew Roble yesterday posted on Twitter an accusation that I'm marking cards and cheating in poker tournaments. I was shocked by how quickly people took it as true, pure statement, with no evidence, and started a media blizzard in which I am portrayed as a cheater. The check is currently standing on $11.7 million of total live earnings, and on top of that, he has 2 bracelets from World Series of Poker Europe tournaments. But after the latest allegations, you cannot help but wonder, how much cheating was involved in all of these achievements from Cabral? What is your honest take on this entire situation? Let us know in the comments below.